Probation violations are serious matters and can land you in jail. Many times cases are resolved where the individual is not put in jail to begin with, but instead is put on probation. Now, the requirements of probation can vary. If you're on supervised probation, you're going to have a probation officer you're going to have to see at least once a month. They might do random drug testing. They'll oversee, make sure you're paying restitution, court cost fines, community service fees, doing your community service, getting assessments, perhaps for drugs or alcohol, and complying. Now, the best kind of probation to be put on is unsupervised probation. That means you don't have a probation officer. As long as you do what you're supposed to do, everything will be okay. I just left a courtroom where an individual was accused of violating the terms of his probation. The worst thing you can do on probation is abscond. You abscond on probation, that means you run away. You don't see your probation officer, you lose contact, and it's all on you. Be very, very careful. If you abscond, if you give up and stop talking to your probation officer, the judge is most likely going to throw the book at you because you've basically scoffed at him, at his or her power, and you've laughed in their face. You should always try to do everything you can possibly do to comply. If you have problems, then your probation officer will many times violate you. What happens when you get violated? Well, you'll get a court hearing many times when it reaches that level. There's some things probation officers are allowed to do to sort of up the ante before they actually bring you into court. But when you get charges filed against you, probation violation report, and you're ordered to court, things are getting serious. It means they can add other conditions on, or at worst, activate any suspended sentence. What do you do? Well, you again remember that probation, the way I like to tell people, is a grace. It is given to you by the court in lieu of an active sentence. So you want to do what you have to do to comply, or at least show you're making a good faith effort. I had a client with a mental condition today having a very hard time complying. The judge listened to our argument and was very kind to us. Ordered my client to simply get an evaluation, pay the fees and costs owed, and then he can be switched over to unsupervised probation. Now again, that's the best of everything. No active sentence, not adding anything else on. He's just to do what he was supposed to do that he was having a hard time doing. The nice thing about attorneys is that we're able to go in and speak for folks and talk in the language of the court. That is what is so important about having a good attorney. And when people ask me, what can I actually do for them? I typically say, I know how things work. I can help you navigate through the system. I can help explain your situation much better typically than you can, because I know what the judge, what the prosecutor, what the probation officer, what all the various needs are, and how to speak to those to make sure that you are being heard and that your needs, first and foremost, are being taken care of. Very big win today. No active time for my client, who was very concerned about that. Now his stress level is down 100%. He has a path and a plan to success, and I've had a good day. God bless.